In the history of this country, there have been only two sitting vice presidents arrested for crimes: Aaron Burr for treason and Spiro Agnew for tax evasion. The arrests were sanctioned by the courts. There is no issue of immunity the Supremes can grab onto that can stop the federal or state government from prosecuting a criminal VP. The president has no power to stop the long arm of the law from reaching all the way from Minnesota into D.C. and snatching up J.D. Vance for the violation of Minnesota law. In the Agnew case, the DOJ argued that while indictment of a president would incapacitate the government, a vice president's functions were not indispensable to the orderly operation of government. So let's look at the crimes J.D. Vance has committed. Minnesota Statute 609.495 provides that whoever harbors, aids, or assists by word or acts another having reason to know he committed a felony, intending to help him avoid arrest, trial, conviction, or punishment, is guilty of a felony. Whoever intentionally aids another person whom the actor knows or has reason to know has committed a criminal act by destroying or concealing evidence of that crime, providing false or misleading information about that crime, or otherwise obstructing the investigation or prosecution of that crime, is an accomplice after the fact. The code also says the crime can be prosecuted where the underlying criminal act occurred, which is in Minneapolis. Minnesota holds the key to bringing an end to the Trump criminal enterprise. The Trump crime family has stacked the government with yes men, several of whom have violated this Minnesota statute. Vance has called Renee Good a domestic terrorist who ran over an ICE agent, seriously injuring him. It's a provable lie, spoken with the intention of aiding the ICE agents to avoid prosecution. Kristi Noem, Bovino, Stephen Miller, and Karoline Leavitt have all made similar statements in an attempt to aid the murderers of Good and Alex Pretty. In addition to the Minnesota law that has been broken by these people, there is a federal statute that applies. 18 U.S.C. 1512 makes it a crime to influence or impede any grand jury proceeding or attempt to do so. The people of Minneapolis can contact their prosecutor by calling 612-348-5550. In the usual course, when Minnesota indicts someone from out of state, the U.S. Marshal will assist in transporting him or her to Minnesota for prosecution. Call the Minnesota Prosecutor's Office. Keep calling them and demand enforcement of Minnesota Statute 609.495. Have Trump's yes men and women arrested and brought to justice. Ask the Minnesota to indict Trump, too. Even though he cannot be arrested, the statute of limitations stops and the charge will be waiting for him when he leaves office.